Welcome to Finance Buffs. Today, we'll be covering the Silicon Valley Bank crash. We'll be discussing the bank's purpose and why it eventually failed. So, without further ado, let's begin. Silicon Valley Bank, or SVB for short, was founded in 1983 and was made out to be the bank for tech startups. It financed a large majority of U.S. venture tech and healthcare companies. It had a whopping $209 billion in total assets at the end of last year. So why did it still fail? There were actually several factors that contributed to the disaster that eventually brought the bank to its knees. Since this is an explained simply video, we will list them as we go along. 1. Bonds. Think of bonds like lending your friend some money, but your friend has promised to pay you back with extra money later. The longer you lend your friend the money, the more extra money they will pay you back. Bonds work the same way, but instead of lending money to a friend, you are lending it to a company or government, and they promise to pay you back with extra money too. SVB had invested several billions of dollars in long-term bonds when the interest rates were very low. This resulted in their bond portfolio yielding an average of 1.79%. And with the current treasury yield being about 3.9%, they started to appear to be relatively underperforming when compared to other banks. 2. Management. SVB's management made an ill-timed mistake which contributed to its crash. In order to appear less underperforming and to prevent a downgrade of their ratings, they decided to sell $21 billion of bonds at a loss. This seemingly was to reassure investors, but instead triggered panic among firms and its clients. 3. Stock prices. Now, we've already explained stocks in a previous video, but essentially the price of a company's stock contributes significantly to how it is viewed by the public and its investors. If the company does well, its stock's price will go up, and vice versa. Now in this case, SVB decided to sell over $2 billion in stocks and securities. This led to further panic as the sale resulted in SVB stock prices to steadily decline. What happened next was the final nail in SVB's coffin. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks. 4. A run on the bank. With SVB stock prices beginning to decline, venture capital firms began advising their clients to withdraw their funds as soon as possible. This led to mass panic, and a staggering $42 billion of funds were withdrawn by customers. As the bank's confidence wavered and stock price plundered, Silicon Valley Bank crashed within 48 hours. This has been the second biggest bank collapse in U.S. history. We are by no means in the endgame, as the fallout may cause a ripple effect, especially for smaller banks, and of course the tech startups that had most of their funds tied to Silicon Valley Bank. If you want us to continue covering related events, please leave a comment, 1,000 likes, and subscribe for more videos. See you soon.